Okay, hey guys. So now I will guide you to complete the examples of the assignment 2 for the EE 348. Because of the examples in this document, it is for the older version of MATLAB, maybe 10 or 15 years ago. So some examples that you cannot follow the code. So that's why I coded by myself. So let's try. For the example 1, you have to plot a sine function. So here a sine function, and you create a vector. T means the time, let's say. So T is vector. And with the values of a vector, you can use directly for the plot. So here, when you comment in, you run it, you go to editor and you run it, and here is the result. And remember, when you use plot, remember to use grid on. It will make your picture looks more professional. Okay, so if you want to close it directly, you can use a close comment over here. So let's run again, and you will not see the picture because it's already closed. Okay, this is for example 1 with a vector. It's pretty easy. It's similar to the last assignment, yeah, assignment 1. So the result that I got, it is similar to the result in the document. So let's try for the example 2. For example 2, it could be different because of they use a symbolic representation. So here, when you look at the code, and why they call it symbolic, which means you can write out a function in the mathematical way. So here, because here is for the old version, and you may not use that in MATLAB. I think all of the people in our class, we are using the new version, at least from 2022. So here, let's see my code. You have, you want to create a symbolic variable. I call it by T, and you use this comment, and you can create the function of f directly with exponential of minus t over 2. And to plot it, you cannot use easy plot or use plot anymore. You have to use f plot. And here you plot f, and with the range from the range here is the range of t, and t from minus 6 to 6. So let's run. Here you have the picture. And you can also use the title, X label, Y label, and grid on as well as the plot here. Okay, so let's close it and move to example 3. So for example 3, you have two ways. First, for the vector, it could be easy to you. But remember, for the axis means you have the range of x and the range y when you plot it. For example, here's from minus 10 to 10. This is the range of x-axis. It's from minus 10 to 10. And minus 1 to 2, which is the range of y-axis. So here I already coded, and let's try for the result. Here result. The result here looks different because of I don't use the axis. If I use axis here, let's try axis from minus 10 to 10, minus 1 to, and this one here. Okay, and run it. Okay, so this is my results. So you see, they look similar now with the range and the signal. Okay, close it. Okay, similarly to the method 2. Method 2 that they use the symbolic variables, and you can use directly the heavy sign in a symbolic representation. So here, I code it here, and let's run it. Okay, I got the same result. Okay, so next, move to when you run something, let's comment out the other things. You just comment in for the code that you want to show. So now, okay. So for example, okay, just copy paste. Nothing's fun here. Just copy paste and you will get exactly the same results at here. Or you can follow my code over here. When I run it, I just add some, no, just add a label from time t over here and everything will be the same. Okay, so move to example 5. So for example 5, you see they're using symbolic, and here they mention about comment subs. So here, let's see my code. The code you may not, you cannot use that. You have to follow my code for a precise version. Uh, First, let's create a logarithm function with the number of 10. You have to write out 10 over here. And next, you use fplot instead of easy plot. So fplot here with the range. You cannot use the range from -1 to 15 because of for t inside of logarithm function, they should be always greater than 0. And here that's why I goes from 0.01. It's greater than 0. And here's a like with just some comment of the plot function. So here, when you use subs, which means you instead of t, you use t minus 1. So you use t minus 1, replace t in the f function. So in here you have y1. Uh, Similarly, you change minus t in the f function. So you use the minus t here instead of t, right? In, okay, here is 2 times t. So let's run it. So here is the result. So the result here is will be different because you see the range that I'm plotting is from 0 to 15 instead of 0 to -10. Just because of now I am guaranteeing the t should be greater than 0. So if you consider t smaller than 0, you will have this term. Okay. So next. Okay. So here for a sign term with u and they use dot function. It could be like a conventional, a convolution. You will learn it in the next assignment. And let's try. With this result, I should plot it. Okay, I got the same thing. Right, with this code for sine term a step function. Ut here is step function. So next, move to the example 6. 6 is here. You plot a Dirac function. Dirac function here you create a k run from 0 to 4. The step is 1 here. If you don't use any step between 0 and 4, the default step is 1. So you have 5 values from 0 to 4. And you go plot it and with the exactly the same value in a vector x over here. And you can use directly for the code. You don't need to change anything for the new version or old version of MATLAB. So here, okay, let's try to run it. So here, I think I got the same thing. Okay, that's true. Okay, next for this function, you just need to copy paste and follow. I don't know why it's Chinese here, but it's okay, I guess. Okay, just copy the same thing and run it. Okay, so when you run here, you will see figure 2, figure 3. And the total figures, you will see there are 3 pictures. three figures, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, when you use the number of figure, for example, the standard is 1, so the second is 2, 3. If you want to plot the different figure, let's use the figure with the number here. Okay, so that's one for examples for assignment 2. So sure, and